We're back with that breaking news. If you've been watching along with us, it's FBI agents searching the home and office of former Trump National Security Advisor turned Trump critic John Bolton this morning. I want to bring into our conversation now Democratic Congressman Raja Krishnamoorthi of Illinois. He serves on the House Intelligence and Oversight Committees. Congressman, first, I just want to get your reaction to these searches.
Well, look, we always have to enforce the laws with regard to safeguarding classified information. That being said, this looks highly like political retribution to me. I mean, you look at Kash Patel's cryptic tweet before the raid, you look at Pam Bondi tweet, and then J.D. Vance's tweets. It looks like they're trying to weaponize the FBI into the Federal Bureau of Inquisition here against their political enemy. And let's just be very clear. They're obviously trying to silence John Bolton, but they're also trying to send a message to other critics that the FBI could come to a home near you if you also criticize the Trump administration. The last thing I would just say is I think this is a big distraction from what's really happening today in Congress, which is we're about to get the first production of the Epstein files. They don't want to talk about that. They want to try to change the conversation every single day away from that. And so, unfortunately, John Bolton is the victim of that particular strategy today.
I'm so glad that you bring up the work that the Oversight Committee is doing and the documents that they were supposed to get today regarding the Jeffrey Epstein files. They're coming in batches, and I think it's really important that we highlight the fact that this raid is happening on the same day that those files are going to begin being produced. Can you talk a little bit more about the confluence of events, the confluence of deadlines that we're seeing these things happen together in?
I don't think it's a coincidence. I think that they chose this day because they knew that they have to turn over this first batch of documents to the Oversight Committee. I'm checking in with my staff on a pretty regular hourly basis at this point to find out when they're going to be with us. And as soon as they come in, I'm hopeful that these can also be shown to the public. That being said, I don't know the full timeline. I think they're going to partially produce documents today and then do a rolling production of documents. But I'm hopeful that the public can get to see them as soon as possible.
This all comes, meanwhile, as a source also says that this is regarding classified information and how those classified materials were handled on the part of Bolton. That's the crux of what could spur this investigation here. You're on the Oversight Committee. You've been a staunch critic of President Trump's own handling of classified information since the Mar-a-Lago search in 2022. What do you make of the irony here?
I think it's rich. I think that, look, we saw a mountain of classified documents in the bathrooms of Mar-a-Lago. And, now we have a president accusing others of mishandling classified information. I think that basically at this point, we should expect that this president is going to, A, try to change the channel every day, that the Epstein issue is before us, and B, he is unfortunately going to use the FBI and law enforcement in ways that we haven't seen before. And it's very sad because at the end of the day, the FBI does have a lot of good men and women who work there who are supposed to be focused on going after the bad guys and protecting the homeland. And unfortunately, I'm concerned that perhaps their focus has shifted, and as a consequence, we're less safe because of that.
We have heard that concern about a shift in focus within the FBI be something that former members and former officials have voiced as well. Congressman, before I let you go, I want to double back to the oversight investigation very briefly. We know that Bill Barr, the former Trump Attorney General, did a deposition behind closed doors with the committee. Do you expect any more depositions while Congress is in this recess period over the course of the next 2 weeks?
Unclear. I'm hopeful that we're actually going to be able to depose maybe figures who are more central to the Epstein situation. I think Bill Barr, that deposition didn't really reveal a lot. But for instance, Mr. Acosta, the former labor secretary and the U.S. attorney who negotiated the sweetheart plea agreement with Epstein and perhaps knows more about Epstein and those files than anyone else, he would be, in my opinion, someone that we should be interviewing and deposing and ultimately bringing before the committee, maybe before anyone else.
You are far from alone in that opinion. He is certainly one of the key people that was not on that original list of subpoenas. Congressman Raja Krishnamoorthi, thank you for coming on with us.
Thank you.